What's up, Orcs? Push day today. It is a bank holiday in Northern Ireland today. It's the 12th. For any of you that don't know what the 12th is, it's a tradition where we celebrate a civil war, and on one side winning that civil war, and then we rub it in the face of the other side. It's actually great fun. Every country should try it actually sometime. It creates a great dynamic between both cultures. So, push day today, that'll be encompassing chest, shoulders, arms. I leave arms out mainly just because I like a separate day for arms. And the reason for that is if you want bigger arms, especially if you're underdeveloped there, give it a separate day. So for this, we're going to be using different bits of kit today. We're going to be using Smith machine mainly for a lot of my presses, which I move on to now. Better connection, I feel. And then a lot of cable work for some more specific lateral work and stuff. I'm joined with me today by my partner, Eileen, behind the camera.
Hello.
And we'll both be doing the same thing. So, Smith machine, we'll do flat, incline. We'll do some weighted press-ups and some lateral work and stuff. But I'll show you my setup and how we do things here, and hopefully you can leave us a few ideas or two. But as always, we are concoctioning a potion elixir of various amount of pre-workouts. I think this is like, for me, I play a lot of World of Warcraft, right? So I like the idea of like taking an elixir, like an agility potion or a stamina or strength potion. And I like that idea before going to training. We have 3 children, right? 6-year-old, come up 6, 4,
5, 4, and 1.
And a 1-year-old. So we need plenty of stimulants to keep us going. Class A drugs, Class B drugs, Class C drugs, and then these as well, stimulants. So the stimulants we use, very simple. A simple pre-workout I'm going to be using. 2 tablets of a beta-alanine. And then we also, obviously creatine, about 15 grams of that. And then I also throw a wee bit of glutamine in as well. It's a nice amino acid. I've been having quite a good bit of success anyway with this. Beta-alanine, the glutamine, the creatine pair quite well together as a pre-workout. So, again, you just fucking everything into this, basically. And it tweaks you out of your fucking head. Because you can push. And that's what I like, that feeling, just that tweaked out feeling. Alright, so, let's get the pre-workout as is now. I would strongly recommend, if you don't take a pre-workout, even if you feel like you don't need it, take it, because it will lock your mind into place. Here. First things first is a bit of mobility drills, or just opening up the shoulder. The rear delts, for example, obtain a lot of power when you're pressing, when we're locked into that bench. So I want that propulsion up from it. So very simple, something simple like a band. I always have these in my bag in the gym. I'm just gonna, again, just like a rotation, rear delt. Do a lot of these, just light. You know, we're just trying to open the rear delts, that's it. Get a bit of blood in there, get warmed up. And also just generally move the shoulder joint around a lot. People always look at me funny when I bring these bands into my bag, actually. For some reason. Bands are kind of like, it's like gym gloves. You know, people think gym gloves are this kind of thing. It's like, are you gay using a gym glove? Well, Ronnie Coleman used gym gloves. Are you going to look up to Ronnie Coleman's face and call him fucking gay? Not that I use gym gloves because they are a bit gay, but, I mean, each their own. Dead hands as well. As always, that's the shoulder open. And a few scapular retractions. Some of you as well that get rotator cuff pains, instead of just floating in mid-air and doing this, which is a lot of rear delts, a lot of front delts, sorry, I like to plant myself on the ground here, as such. Elbow does not move from the ground. It gives us good shoulder flexibility. And again, this kind of thing, doing it after a couple of weeks, you'll be amazed how far you'll be able to actually bring that shoulder all the way back. Some people struggle here, some people struggle there, the internal, external, so we can open that up, make a big difference. Again, this will not only just prevent injury, but the reason I do it as well is it's actually going to allow us to generate a lot more power when we're on our presses as well. And I know a lot of you young guys think, well, I was the exact same. You think you're fucking invincible. And it's like, oh, well, I don't want to do prep. If I can just go straight into heavy weight, you will fuck a shoulder up. And I will promise you, that shit will be on you for years. It'll be constantly, oh, my shoulder's sweat up, nibbling. It'll kill tons of progress. Okay, first exercise, simple, flat. I prefer using decline, but unfortunately this bench doesn't go to decline, and the gyms are closed because it's bank holiday. So, what we've got, Smith, flat. Very simple. Now for the first few reps, obviously I always start with bar. I don't really give a shit how strong you think you are. Right, there's people that go, I can go straight up to 60 kilos straight away. Great, can you? Well, I don't do it. I prefer to start very minimal. Get as much muscle explosion as possible. Good. Ready for the weight. Much as we can, let's drive it. Good. Come on. 1. Come on. 2. Nice. 3. Good stuff. Come on, we've got another one on us. Come on. Let's keep going. Come on. Come on. 4. Nice. And again. Come on. 5. Good. Come on. Drive it in. Drive it in. Come on. 6. One more. Last one. Last one. You're not done yet. Come on. Last one. Come on. Drive up. Come on. Up, 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 up. Nice. Good work, Annie. Good work. Solid. I actually get a question very common with a lot of guys with asking me about what I do for my chest. I can guarantee what I do for my chest is probably the exact same thing you do for your chest. Well, the difference though is probably the feeling, the connection. One of the most simplest tips when it comes to bench press, and I've had a lot of clients in that their previous PTs haven't showed them this at all, which is baffling to me. Roll your shoulders back, pull yourself up and tuck back. I should feel my lats are now flared. Like a big fucking, you know the lizards with the big fluffy ears, the big spiked ears. So I'm rolling myself back. So my shoulders are tucked, my lats are flared, rear delts, I'm literally sitting on rear delts. And all I need to do is, nice control. I can take it slow. I can take it fast. I can do it in a bike. Whatever way. Once my shoulders are tucked in. I want these weights. The reason why I do this sort of slowness at the start is, imagine myself like a cat, right? A cat and a mouse. When a cat has a mouse, it just fucks around with it, right? It can kill the mouse on the spot if it wants to, but it plays with its tail, flicks up in the air, lets it run under the fridge, waits for it to come out again. It's a game for the cat. The big weights, if you can control that kind of speed on those big weights, you become the fucking cat. How's that for an analogy? It makes no sense yet. Right, great. Let's get it, 120 kilo. Okay, last one before the warm-up. You'll see this system here I do today. I'll explain through everything, but this is gonna be my last warm-up before my max. I don't really know what my weight is here because I don't train out here. My record's obviously based on a different machine and a different gym, but let's say 120 for the last one. I will literally only do this for 1 rep like a powerlifter. I believe in sort of whatever your working set is. Say it's 90 kilo, top set is for like 6 to 10. I'll maybe do 80 kilo for 1 rep before that. That's just to allow my joints, brain and body to adjust to what the weight is gonna roughly feel like. So when I do go up to the working set, it's not a surprise. But in that last 1 rep, this is my last rehearsal before the night. I'm gonna make sure everything's perfect. So perfect. So go pressed up. Strong foundation. Feet up in the air. I'm the fucking cat. Meow. Meow. That was good. Probably noticed in the last set then, you know, it was kind of like a lion in a cage thing, you know, this over the top dramatic shit going on before the set. Do whatever you need to do on those working sets. So if those working sets are properly as heavy as what they should be, you're gonna need to work yourself up. I would really recommend away from doing this shit. You're sitting on a bench, you're texting, and then, okay, you're gonna stand like this here and fix yourself. You should be pacing up and down like a fucking lion. Right, really like you're ready to go. And something in your head, I just want you to really fucking just pent up aggression. It's like, you know, like in a game of charge bar, it's getting higher and higher. Once it reaches that peak, it's like a snap in your head and you're like, okay, you're fucking straight over that bench. And when you're over that bench, grabbing the bar tight like you're gonna bend it, the shoulders are going back, and that's when the energy is channeled. I promise you do that, you'll have another 3-4 reps in you, easy. Incline. You want to build that big upper shelf here, you know, that sits up like a shelf you can put a few books on. Oh, who am I kidding? Who reads? That's incline. Can do my incline. The guys don't like it because it exposes them, because usually the weight has to be dropped considerably. But I promise you get your incline heavy, or your decline fancy flat shit will fly up. Mercy in it anyway, but 100 kilo for 8 reps, 8, 9, just say 12. Okay, press ups. One of the best things really, Eileen's pretty good at these actually, and she's going to be doing these weighted today. One of the literal the best things, such an underrated fucking exercise, press ups. So what we're going to do here is just warm a bit of blood in, warm up, and then our main working set is going to be with a full 10 kg on Eileen's back, or I could just mount her after all. Okay, working set here, come on. We need at least about 6 to 10 reps here, let's go. 1, come on. 2, nice. 3, drive it up hard. 4, come on. 5, keep going, come on, another one. 6, spread it out, come on. Nice, lovely, good. One working set of a weighted press up. I do love weighted press ups. Again, as I said, body weight exercises are great. Especially when we start adding weight on. So we're just going to do one set. I'm a bit exhausted from number 2 anyway. Adding like a 25 and a 20, so 45 kilo. Go back. Alright, again, get good at these. Can build nice looking dense physique, I think, with a lot of weighted press ups, weighted dips, weighted pull ups. They're not done enough. But you do need someone to balance them because it is like fucking Jenga on you. Right, you ready, Eileen? Mm-hmm. Come on.
Okay, that's flat, incline, and press ups all done. So now we've got more cable work to be done. So, fuck's sake. So for the cable work, we'll do kind of just a variation of a chest press, which is on the cables, with the cables. Again, this is great because when we're fixated in here, yes, the shoulders will want to kind of wobble a wee bit, but it converges really well because we can actually really bring the pecs in, which is actually one of the most important things we can do, pull them in. So for this one, we go, it's gonna be quite light. We'll do one working set here, one working set on a fly variation, and then we'll probably finish off in some cable laterals. Again, really, really simple push where mostly it's gonna encompass chest, a bit of shoulders, and laterals. Again, most people fire your triceps in if you can fit them in. For me, I prefer a separate session altogether. All right, last one here because I had a lot more planned, but I'm hungry, so I want to get inside. Laterals on the cables. I do like the laterals on the cables. I'm quite convinced with them now. Dumbbells are great as well, but you know the tension from the first half of the 20% of the movement is non-existent when you're using a free weight. This shit pulls straight away. So that kind of strongest area that you are here gets trained really well all throughout the movement on a cable lateral. So if you've never tried these before, try them. You're basically creating a V, drawing a V up like a big cross, all right? Plant yourself on a bench, or you can do it standing as well. These are great. But 2 sets of failure, that's all it takes. Fire. push session over. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Very appreciate it if you've stuck around this long. Don't forget to like, subscribe as usual. Tons of other videos like this over in the channel, nutrition tips, training as a natural tips, all sorts. Be sure to keep in touch as well. We have a new series coming out soon, video series Under the Bar, which will be bringing interesting guests into the gym. Kind of like a PT one-to-one session, but they're going to be talking about their given topic. Controversial topics, political topics, history topics, that kind of stuff, or their personal stories. So stay tuned, that'll be coming out very shortly. But for now, don't forget, comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm going to go in now, I need 3 steaks.